Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Lockie's Garage. Haven't done a video for about at least 6 months, but I've had the bike for about 6 months now. I got it in January 2019 and it is now the end of June, so I've had it for roughly 6 months. And it's just going to be my quick half-yearly review of the bike, and maybe a couple of sound clips as well. And I'll probably do a 0 to 100, but I'll probably do that in another video because I've got to set up the camera mount. But I would like to show you the star of the show. It is a 2011 Honda VFR. Now VFR stands for V for racing. It's not really a racing bike, but that's just what it stands for. It's a non-VTEC one, but it still goes really well. And it's probably more reliable than the VTEC ones too. I've heard the VTEC ones have problems with cam chain and cam chain tensioners and those sort of problems. So it's actually a very reliable model. Haven't really had any issues with the bike. All I've really had to do to it is change a front tyre. So I've just got 2 Michelins on there now, which are apparently pretty good. They handle well, they're pretty good in the wet. I haven't really slipped and slid on it too much. And the next thing I'll probably need to do is the chain here as well. The chain's getting a bit loose and the sprockets are a bit worn. And even though it's tightened up, it's got a little bit of wear and tear in the chain. But the bike's done, how many Ks has it done? It's done 34,000, so it's done pretty well. I'm pretty sure it's the original chain on the bike. Anyway, this is where the passenger sits. This cover comes off and there's a second seat underneath. It's got lots of space in the back. Now this is a genuine Honda one that came with the bike. I'd also like to get the side ones as well. But for the moment, this seems to do the job really well. It's got plenty of space in there. I'll keep jumpers in there. The only thing it doesn't really fit is my helmet. My helmet's just too big for that. But nonetheless, it's still good space and it suits the bike well. Now the fuel economy is not great. As you can see, I'm down to 1 or 2 bars. Is that 1 bar? And I've only done 229 Ks. I think it works out to be 6 or 7 litres per 100, which is actually pretty terrible for a bike of this size, but it's still a good bike. And the fun factor is definitely worth the poor fuel economy. I'll probably only see just shy of 300 Ks out of a tank with just me on the bike, and about 240 or 250 with my girlfriend on the bike. So and we both don't weigh that much, but anyway, I didn't buy the bike for fuel economy, I bought it for fun. And I love that this setup on the back. It's beautiful having the exposed wheel on that side and the chain and the brakes and everything on this side. You see a few bikes like that. I'm not sure exactly what that's called, but it's a very nice setup. I've got my Stormtrooper sticker here. It's got the dual combined brake system, which actually, when you tramp on the front brakes or the back brakes, it actually links the brakes together, so you don't just lock up one wheel. It actually evens out the braking in a panic situation and helps you to stop quicker without losing control of the bike, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it's got the stock exhaust on there. It's very quiet. I'll show you what it sounds like in a second. I plan on getting a Decalvec twin carbon fiber stainless steel system, which will set me back about $700 or $800. But it will allow it to have more power, I believe, and it will sound a lot better. So anyway, let's see how she sounds. Very quiet, as you can tell. Still has a nice deep rumble to it though, and it sounds good under a lot of load. Now the only modification I've done to it really, besides just general servicing, is there's a intake pipe in there that I've taken out. It's like a restrictor, and because it sucks air from under the tank here, it just basically lets it breathe a bit better and you hear it more under load. and you hear it when the intake flap opens too, which sounds amazing. So anyway, let's see how she sounds. What it sounds like from the back end. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's got the dual radiators, one on each side. It's got a thermal fan on one side, just underneath, to keep things cool when she gets hot. But temperature wise, it never really gets over much more than 100 degrees. It's on 86 degrees now, and even in the middle of summer, I see 103, 104 degrees and the fan kicks on and it starts cooling down. So it's been pretty good, holds its temperature well, grips really well. It's very comfortable on long trips, even for the sort of bike that it is. I mean, it's not a cruiser per se, but it is, you know, a touring sports. So you get the best of both worlds. Definitely not good off-road though. I've taken it on some sketchy dirt roads and it's a bit slippery, so definitely not for that. But sometimes I like to test vehicles to their limit. But all in all, I'm very happy with the bike, and there'll be more modifications to come. Thank you guys for watching, and this is Lockie from Lockie's Garage.